So you're welcome back, and you're still with us here on the AM show. So we've told you what the stories are on the various portals, but remember earlier we spoke about the adulteration of palm oil. In a space of 3 months, the palm oil business was severely hit by news of adulteration. So the Food and Drugs Authority may have declared that the product is now safe for consumption, but that doesn't mean the business is back on track. Well, a piece by Amakujo will explain to you what the situation is really like.
This is one of many production centers in Kede, the hub of palm oil production in the Isin region. It should have been busy, extremely busy, but there's been a lull on activities here. It's been like this for about 8 weeks. That's since the FDA announced that palm oil on major markets in Accra and Tema had been adulterated with industrial chemical, Sudan 4 dye.
We heard the news and it's affected our business, but I do not even know the chemical they are referring to. The market has slowed down and I used to sell 10 jerry cans of oil in a day, but now I'm processing only one.
Women like Margaret Mantibia have borne the brunt of the announcement and the subsequent evolution on national news cycles. But the producers are not the only ones. The Odona market had a thriving palm oil reception and distribution section. Market days fall on Tuesdays and Fridays. This Friday is different. The women huddle and talk about how different things should have been, especially as it's days to the festive season.
In fact, a lot of people got us scared because of the way the information was put out. I got confused because our business collapsed as no one was patronizing our palm oil. We come to the market and just sit around.
Beans form per se or the young Adrianina will be a metal or bar or say oil.
At this time of the year, palm nuts are out of season, so the sale of palm oil peaks, but it's not like that this year. So if you have someone you can credit to, you just have to do that, but that also means your capital is messed up.
Enkwasa yetete hosa na ya soro ne ekọ enti wo hwe na asa wo bi a wo be kwa akọ free na wo de akọ free na chese wo sika akam ma ye sika nso nyina aka abonten ma na ye basa
ya tin say every week bi anaka ye ba ha twice ilodu Monday na be do Tuesday na ilodu ho Thursday na be do Friday but nanka me kai let me for enwo 180 jerrycans.
We deliver palm oil to the market twice every week. I used to load 180 jerrycans, but now I only deliver about 60 jerrycans. I buy 400 cedis worth of fuel, but because of the current situation, we don't even make enough to break even. This is what we do for a living.
The also 70 akwa nipa be 10 pe maka na yema no ene the auto 20 woko no atutu nyame adom na enuamu ne yewa e de boye mbra e hwe yema e won kwala e bi university e bi OSS e won kwala enu and the ketu akra na wo J3 enu ana maye e dia.
I have children in the university, senior high and GHS. This is what I do to pay their fees.
Enwono bibi fremu no yeduma na agukura bibie ni waye na eden eyeye fi abena dua ahyase bepem ni tomu nyina no agu efise yen na anka yeboa ma abadwuma na eden ekoso
anglofo no kitafo anglogafo the whole angloga free kita sa akodu ayi dabala he fa adan he ngono.
All of you from Anglo to Adan buy from us, but you have stopped because of this announcement. You have to keep buying because our palm oil is not adulterated.
Tami trora miangu na mi azamia na mi aru anya biare nya ha glom na mi
say na me school supply engo.
I used to supply palm oil to some schools, but they now want a document from the FDA to prove that what I supply is safe. But the FDA tested the palm oil and okayed it, but they didn't give me any document. I supply many schools, and that means I have lost all that business. We only want the FDA to carry out a vigorous campaign just like they did before, so that the palm oil business will be revived and we regain our livelihoods.
Producers of palm oil are not the only ones who've been hit by the FDA's announcement of contaminated palm oil on the market. Retailers, wholesalers, distributors, drivers, everyone in the value chain has been hit, and they just think the FDA could have managed the communication a lot better. The FDA's communication campaign was vigorous.
So what should we do now?
It's
not
serious.
buy, because that's what's on the market.
In the meantime, that is how sure you can be. The sad thing about it is that for now, we don't have a rapid testing kit. A rapid test kit. So we cannot be able to go to the market and say, well, or, we have it for the salt. For the salt, we could do it. You do it, and then you can tell which one is iodidated and which one is not iodidated. For this one, there isn't any test kit.
If I rush to Malamata after the show to want to buy red oil, how can I tell that this has got the dye in it and this one has not got?
Unfortunately for you, you cannot tell. Even me as a regulator, I cannot tell until I take it to the laboratory.
9 weeks later, the FDA was back with a new announcement.
I must say that we have moved from 98% of non-compliance to less than 10% of compliance, of non-compliance. And that means that virtually every palm oil in the country, or as we get it on the market, is now safe.
That's good news, but the players in the palm oil production, distribution and retail chain reckon it's not enough. After all, the announcement lasted just one news cycle. That's certainly not enough to undo the damage their businesses and livelihoods have suffered.
If they do not help us to revive our businesses, it will affect all our families.